I bow to all the seekers of truth. Then you become gunatit. Means, as you know, we have three gunas within us. One is that called as sattva guna, is the best. But there are two other gunas which are, as you know, that left side and right side. Either you are a right-sided person or a left-sided person. These two gunas within us are of no importance. Supposing you are a right-sided person, then what happens to you? You become overactive. Overactivity gives you fatigue, gives you all kinds of diseases which you have seen, and you have to cure right side. Such a person is extremely speedy. He cannot sit in one place for 2 minutes, all the time jumping, and he creates problems for himself and his family. Then the left-sided person, which we call as the tamoguna. The right side is rajoguna and the left side is the one which is tamoguna. Tamo means darkness. Such a man is afraid of darkness. Darkness, everything he is afraid of. But he becomes a very intriguingly, very crooked person. He always tries to trouble people in a very crooked manner, not openly. While the right-sided man is openly a Hitler. But this one, the second one, the one who we call as Tamoguni, is the one who tries to trouble others very much. Rajoguni has an opinion of his own about everything. When he is so much having his own opinion, he goes on forcing it onto other person. But if you see his own life, he is in complete misery. He cannot carry on with people, he cannot talk to people, and there's a very big gap between himself, his spirit, and his being. The second type, the tamogunis, are the ones who end up with all kinds of diseases. Even the right-sided people get lots of diseases, but the left ones get it psychosomatic. Psychosomatic diseases are very dangerous and not curable by human doctors. So you have to take to surgery. But again you go to the right or to the left, again right to the left. This is not a very good attitude, I think, towards life, that you get bound by one of these gunas, or you are all the time like a pendulum moving from left to right, right to left. So you have to be a steady person. For that, you all have to meditate. I know immediately a person who meditates and I know who does not meditate. You will yourself know a person who meditates. It's a question of 10-15 minutes. But that you must do every night and morning about 5 minutes meditation. Then you develop your balance. You develop your tenacity. You develop your own body in such a manner that it can stand lots of nonsense. It can bear lots of things. You don't have then desires left. What food you should eat, when you should eat, whom you should please, nothing of the kind. You yourself become such a sweet person that everybody is pleased and understand that one has to be like you. The people see you and you become like a model. People start following you, that means you become a guru. In this way you get rid of these two habits that you have of left and right side. Now sattvagunis are the people who believe in the righteousness. But when they are righteous, they have contempt for others who are not righteous. They go on saying things to such people, so they can develop a kind of a temperament. So they become aloof. They can go to Himalayas sit there and not to meet anybody. Get out of the society. Get out of all your relations, everyone, and just establish yourself as a big guru somewhere. This kind of also another generation is there, which is of no use. I met some of them when I was in Haridwar, and I told them, what are you doing here in the Himalayas? He said, we don't want to face human beings. They are useless people, they are good for nothing. You do anything for them, they go on troubling you, we don't want to be there. So I said, why have you become guru? If you cannot manage them, if you cannot get out of the troubles they are giving you and out of all those things and remain in your peace, then what's the use of becoming this? He said, we have had enough of it. Some of them were over 100 years of age and all that. But I said, what's the use? Your life is of no use. You are staying here alone somewhere in the jungles. He said, the tigers, the snakes, all of them know us, that we are great. They don't trouble us. But these human beings are terrible. If we go down, they'll trouble us and torture us. We don't want to go there. Because they're very ambitious or they are very negative. Something is wrong with the human beings. None of them have reached a perfect state. So that all that, I was surprised how they are not at all willing to come down and be with us and be a part and parcel of us. So they said, all right, mother, you have come, you are a mother. You can tolerate all this and you can work it out, but not we. We are out of it, we don't want to go back. They have lots of powers. They can control the nature, they can do so many things. But they said, easy to control even a snake than to control a human being. Today they might behave in a particular manner, suddenly they will become horrible. You don't know these human beings, how uncertain they are, what uncertain quantity they are. I said, there is a way of putting them right. You first give them realization. In the light of the spirit, they can see how they are doing wrong things. 99% people will know what's going wrong with them. Where are they missing the point? They will start seeing themselves. Spirit is like a mirror where you see yourself clearly and you start changing yourself. There's no introspection actually needed then when you have your spirit awakened. You can watch yourself. You can see for yourself clearly as soon as you become a developed or evolved Sahaja. And that is one point one should see if it has happened to you. If you can see something wrong with you, if you can find out what sort of defects you have, if you can detach yourself from those defects, and if you can understand that all these attachments and defects and habits are pulling you down, then only you can leave them. But that only happens when you have this mirror of your self shining through. When this light comes to you, you see for yourself what is wrong with you, what is the wrong path you are taking. Overnight, you have seen people have given up so many things. Many gross things they give up, but still there are many, I should say, subtle things which stick on to them. First thing that happens to you is that you start finding what's wrong with your own people of your own nation. I'm amazed, you see. When the English got realization, they started telling me about the English. When Italians got realization, they started telling me about the Italians. If you tell Italians that, you see, this Italian fellow did this like that, he said, Italians, after all, mother, what will they do? They're just like this, you know. He himself is an Italian, but immediately he'll say. Same with the Russians I have seen, is very surprising that they start telling you about what's wrong with the Russians or with the Ukrainians. All of them are quite aware. Even Indians, they'll say, after all, this is Indian, Indian people, how they are, mother, they are doing like this. I was surprised that they themselves being Indians, how are they immediately telling me about the Indian. And many things I have come to know about these countries through the Sahajogis only. When the Sahajogis tell me, I am amazed that they are not identified with their country, they are not identified with anyone, even their own family they are not identified. If they find something wrong, they will tell me, mother, my father is like that, my mother is like that. That is how you get detached. When you start seeing and not identified. If you are not identified with all these things, then you become a free person. You have the freedom. You become a person who is not attached to anyone because he is your father or she is your mother or a sister or anyone.